Hey y'all, Bruce here with Shenanigans Woodworking. Today's project will be a bookshelf. It'll be about 6 foot tall, about 6 foot wide, and it's going to be a farmhouse style. It'll have about 9 to 10 different shelves that are adjustable in height. So stay tuned, follow along, and we'll get this project knocked out. Alright, so because the unit is so large, as in 6 foot tall and 6 foot wide, I had to join a few pieces of plywood together. I used the BISCUIT joiner as you just saw. Alright, the carcass for the shelving unit is now all cut to size. I still have to join it. I just want to take a moment to talk about what I did. So again, you saw me join the back piece together. That is a 6x6 square. And then the outer pieces are all 7 inches in depth. The two side walls are going to be 7 inches in depth by 6 foot in length. And then when you cut the top and bottom, just remember that you have to subtract the width of your material on both sides. So for example, I'm using 3/4 inch plywood. I'm going to subtract the 3/4 times 2, so 1.5 inches in total, to ensure that the top and bottom sits flush along the edges of the carcass. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and make my marks for where I'm going to use the BISCUIT cutter to cut out the slats, as I will be using BISCUIT joinery and glue for this project. So I'm going to go ahead and do this on all 4 sides of the carcass. This thing is massive. I didn't realize, I mean, I knew 6 foot's gonna be big, but I didn't realize how big it was gonna be until I started to piece it together. It's gonna hold a lot of DVDs. The client that's ordering this is using it specifically to house 500 plus DVD movies. That's a lot of movies. I have a few up here on the shelves that I'm just using as a reference that I grabbed from the house. Just help me get the spacing right and on the shelves. But again, you know, if later down the road the client decides to get rid of all the DVDs, the shelves are on a pinhole system, so they can adjust the shelf to whatever height they want and can store whatever they want, whether it be decorative pieces or books or anything. I had to run down to the hardware store, get another sheet of plywood. This is the last sheet that I'll need, and I won't even need the entire sheet, thankfully. I just got to cut out, I think, 2 more shelves. I think I can fit 2 more, maybe 3. We'll see when I use the DVDs to space them out. So I finished staining everything up last night. I decided to run an idea by the client, and she seems to like it, so we're going to go ahead and run with it. The idea is to add some L brackets. So the shelves, you know, as we mentioned, are adjustable. However, the client is planning to use this unit solely for storing DVDs. However, because the shelves are so long, if you put too much weight on it, the shelves are going to bow. So what we're going to do is we're going to add these L brackets into each shelf so that when there's more added weight, it's not going to go anywhere. Just gives it a little extra support. And if in the future the client decides to get rid of the 500-600 DVDs that they have, they can just unscrew those brackets and then they'll be able to adjust the shelving as needed.